So you can pit, but bear in mind that you probably lose 2 laps when you pit. So if you pit like with 2 laps to go, you probably won't get another lap in if you make changes in the pits, kind of thing. I tend to not, you know, I qualify wherever I qualify, so it's not mandatory, but this is what a lot of the leagues do. You know, they do this kind of qualifying. Then how we line up with time is how we'll start the race. So we all stay in the lobby, nobody leaves, because then you lose your spot and you have to start in the back. Nice. And then I just change the settings on the race, and then we just go right into the race. Nice. So I'm gonna unpause the timer, and we will qualify. Yep. Okay. And the reason why it's ×1 is there's a little more grip in ×1, but when you run so few laps, you only get ×1 wear. So the race will be ×2. It's our 3rd race, Jacob.
Years!
Yeah, I mean, but basically, me, I've had to work Sundays.
Right.
So.
That's right. Well, you're with us now, man.
Yeah, because I made a bullshit excuse. Because I'm going to race Bristol and I ended up getting pissed.
I hear you. Sorry about that, but
No,
you're at Phoenix. You're at Phoenix now.
I'm pretty
Even
good,
worse.
I'm pretty good on presets.
The only track I even like in this game, the only 2 tracks, is the Roval and Kansas.
I hate the Roval. It's the only track I think in the world I hate. It's the Roval.
I freaking love the Roval, man. I love that place.
It's fun
My favorite track I've ever raced on.
I love going to the track.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with loving it. It's just,
well, not so much on NASCAR Heat, but on more appropriate racing simulators. I like the Roval. I like it on NASCAR Heat though still.
Be ready here.
okay, remember, stay above the yellow line.
I'm gonna let off and go to the backs.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's qualifying. Remember, there's only 6 laps, so whatever you got to do, it's going to fit into 6 laps. Bear that in mind, because when this qualifying format that we're doing, I got caught short a few times when I wanted to do stuff, pitting too late and not getting a full lap in, etc.
One outside now. All clear. Looking inside now.
Yeah, screwed, I'm a pit.
Remember, like, the first lap is a throwaway anyway, because you're not up to full speed when we hit the green.
Got a car coming inside now.
Dog? Yeah. I don't know. I messaged him, invited him, but he got upset before the Bristol race, which just shows you how polarizing Bristol can be.
Yes.
I will try to talk to him later, though, because... yeah. 91 is pitting. So on qualifying, I pit to take no tires. I'll put some tape up.
Where do you usually put the tape for Phoenix?
I put it, well, if I'm running like 230s, I know I can click it up 2. It depends on the track, but you can go anywhere between 2 and 4. But bear in mind, on a preset, more tape on a truck will actually burn your right front off. If you're loose, you can actually balance it if you figure out exactly how much tape, clicks of tape to put on or take off, kind of thing. But I put the tape on for aero down the straightaway. But again, I don't tape a truck up as much at a track like this as I would, say, an Xfinity or Cup car. And we announced before pit road on the straightaway, car number coming in and leaving. So 91 exiting pit road.
I ran an
Blending up.
absolute heater of a lap right there. That was
Cool.
hot. Went a little bit wide on turn 2 though, just a little.
That's incredible. Another top 5.
See that added wedge actually felt better. Yeah, I just added 2 clicks because I didn't practice enough to figure out how many clicks I can actually put on here.
Yeah, I'm 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, remember, nobody dump out.
For my qualifying lap, I'm on 9, and I actually went down by about half a pound on the wedge, and I put some pressure into it, and it was still tight for me, at least.
And that's something you can do. You know, you can go looser on qualifying to get, you know, like a faster lap, because you don't have to hold on to it, but, you know, a lap or 2. And
Yeah.
perfectly acceptable.
Damn, I wanted that house.
Well, time to see.
Well, know in a minute. Pausing the
Good job.
timer. Yeah, nobody move. I gotta
I'm
change the
very
track
slow.
and change the settings.
Man, if I didn't go wide in turn 2, I might have been able to hit it too. That would have been hot, man. Son of a bitch.
I grazed a wall on my lap.
Phew.
Okay, why won't it let me change the settings now?
What would y'all recommend on the setup on this track?
Damn, things ain't far from each other. Me and you ain't far from each other.
Oh, there it is. Adjust settings. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, y'all can have a good race for last. Keep them fans awake, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, damage off, stages enabled, and we will have relaxed yellow, which means there's pit road speed. So there we go, 75 laps. Okay, so why is Gunner not in the party? Yeah, we're not gonna have 20 people, so there's no reason to change that.
Anybody else been wearing a lot of ball caps lately since we can't go out to get haircuts? Or is that just me?
I got a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
I got
Hey,
hats
guys.
signed by
There he is. Okay,
Earnhardt.
Gunner.
I'm barely. Just
Hold on,
this
let
won't
me-
take me to. Huh?
Okay, let me talk for a second. It's cool. You missed qualifying, so you'll be on the back.
Oh,
okay?
it's fine. It's fine.
But you didn't miss the race. You were gonna wait like
Okay.
5 minutes, so go do what you gotta
that
do.
should
Hurry
give
back.
me time to do. Yeah. Thank you, guys. It's been a rush.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Bliss.
Oh, gosh, Jack stepping today.
Well, he's been messaging if you've been following. So
And
okay, so we're gonna have 9 guys in the race. That's pretty good.
let me go drink.
Yep, this is your last break. So This is nice. Glad. Okay. Do we
Have
know
fun.
an Aiden Smoky Potter 68 on YouTube? I don't know. He just told me he hit the wall in real, somewhere and hurt his leg or something. I have no idea who he is, but okay.
So, Phoenix, have you played any other racing games or simulators besides NASCAR Heat 4?
Racing and Mario Andretti's Racing Challenge, Bill
Okay.
Elliott's Racing Challenge,
Yes.
NASCAR Racing Challenge, Indy 500, NASCAR Racing, NASCAR Racing 2, NASCAR Racing 99, NASCAR Racing 3, NASCAR Racing 4, NASCAR 2013, 14, 15, Heat 3, and Heat 4.
Man of classics, I see. Man of culture.
I'm old, that's all.
Yeah. Man of culture. The only games that I play besides NASCAR Heat racing-wise is I do GTA 5 oval races, I play Project Cars 2, and iRacing.
I played Grid a little bit, but it's just annoying. I'm not a sprint guy. I'm a longer race guy, so that's why I like the stock cars.
Me too. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, I've made a lot of them. I can't really do any now though, because Rockstar kind of fucked up the creators, so I haven't been able to do any for like a few months. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there was this one guy who has the most popular track on GTA. It's the NASCAR Talladega track. I don't know if any of you guys have done that, but he invited me to race in this league, and after one race, I already left because they were all fucking retarded man-child assholes. So I left that, and then I made another track, and he had the fucking audacity to message me on the social club, the Rockstar Social Club, which is like where you get the tracks from, and he commented on one of my tracks and was talking about how inaccurate the track that I built was, and like fucking boasting about how good his tracks were compared to mine.
Okay, I'm done.
And then you go
I
to his
sent
track
you
and
a
it's
lobby
fucking
invite.
terrible. But yeah. So, not a very nice guy. But I challenged him to do a track build off where we both build the same track and see who does it better, and he backed out of it, so.
Well, I know I'm not a nice guy, so I'm going to apologize for everybody except Phoenix and Iceman.
Except Phoenix.
Y'all know how I am.
That's okay, Biscuit.
If I say something, don't take it to heart.
Who was it?
That's
you I don't
Biscuit.
be.
Oh.
Yep. Now, before we start, did everybody who's in here, should be 9 guys once Gunner gets in here, just put in the chat what truck you're racing today. If you did it already, fine. If you didn't do it, just put it in there so make sure you get the points and the credit you deserve once we get the points done. Yep. If you did it earlier, fine, but we got some people come in since then. Just want to make sure I have 9 numbers in the chat. Otherwise, that person won't get a credit, and we want to make sure. Even if you're only racing one race with us, just want to make sure we got you. Okay?
Anyway, have fun battling for the league, guys. I'll be watching you all from the back.
So we're ready to go. Is that everybody now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm unpausing the timer. And we have one country guy, thank you. 20 seconds. And good luck all.
Yep.
Hey, good luck, everybody.
I'm sorry for holding y'all guys back. It's just like I've been everywhere.
Yep.
It's alright.
And if somebody else can back me up with taking pictures of the stages on the end of the race, in case I need it.
Where's David at?
David had some issues that he had to deal with today, so he'll be back next week. I posted it on Facebook. I'll get him to post it in the chat here. He's got the app.
So is this winning you're in on the playoffs or no?
Yeah. Yeah, we actually haven't formally finalized it, but I would say a win will probably get you in there. But I think we're going to do a lot of guys, and there's not a lot of guys showing. So far, everybody who basically gets up in the top 10 in points is probably going to be in it anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's one less thing to worry about. You know, try to concentrate on racing, putting the laps down, being clean, learning strategy, all, you know, little things, nuances, you know, stuff. Make you a better racer, faster, stronger. And nobody remembers the $6 million man, but yeah, it's the goal.
I only remember that from my dad, so.
Okay, remember, call out your pit stops before, on and off pit road, stay on the apron till you come around.
Stay on the apron.
Yep. Till you get to the front stretch, and that was a good start. Nobody went below the yellow line on the start. That's excellent. Oop.
Well, I did.
I'm sliding
I
up.
did.
That was me. It did not act like I thought it was. Yeah, it changes. Sometimes every pit stop it changes, but it definitely changes. Maybe not for everybody, but it changes between stages. And it's a random thing. I might get tight, somebody else might be loose, somebody else might do nothing. Welcome to Heat 4.
Looking inside now. Final clear.
Oh, look, I get to hit you, Jacob. I'm not going to do that, though.
Peeking inside.
Open up.
20 laps to go.
Yes. It's a little tight in. Yeah, it's going to get looser. I wonder how much. Or maybe it'll get tighter. Who knows?
Stay high up here.
This is the fun that we all signed up for.
Yes, indeed.
Well, this weekend I went to.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. That's awesome. Yeah, I always like to push it in the first stage and see what it's doing and what it's not doing. And then when I get to the first pit stop, which will be at the stage break unless we have a caution, and then adjust. And hopefully I get my adjustments right, so when I start the third stage, I got the best truck I'm going to have to race it out. That's the goal. Doesn't always work that way, but that's the goal.
Well, I've been to Talladega.
What was that?
Only reason why I was late and stuff because I've been to Talladega this weekend. Camping.
Gunnar,
Oh, nice.
we love you, but we don't care. You're here. You made it. I'm happy. I'm happy you're here. You know, but it's cool. Don't worry about it. This is not school. You don't have to get a parent's note or something.
Good.
Oh, you're not here on time. Come on.
Yeah.
Dear Phoenix, my son will not be able to make it today. He's got the shits.
Just let us know. You know, put it in the chat. You know, kind of thing. This is not school, although, you know, you might be learning shit, but it's not like, you know, I'm not running a strict rules. If you don't show up 3 times, you can never race here again, kind of thing.
Which is good, because I don't like that kind of shit.
Because
At least in NASCAR Heat.
best way you're going to figure things out is if you want to.
Yes.
And you either show up because you want to, or you don't show up. It's up to you. We'd like to have you. You know? Thank you. I try. I try not to teach, try to, you know, kind of guide you, and then you figure it out, because I don't drive like you do, and you don't drive like I do. And you kind of like got to get to the point where you can like, oh, well, Phoenix runs like this, and he runs an 8, but you know what, I run like this, and I run a 9 or a 7. That's, you know, that's cool. And if you can, you know, run just as fast as the rest of us, then you got it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotcha.
And today, don't go by me. Go by was that Drake up front and Biscuit, because I know Biscuit's good on presets, and Drake is out in front of him by about a second. It looks like. Yep. No, I have to change party settings. But... Hello.
Well, I'm friends with Iceman.
Ah, I see. Well, we're in the middle of the league race, so.
Y'all got any rooms open in that league? Because my other league just shut down.
Jacob, you can add them to the chat afterwards. We're in the middle of the race right now, but you're sure happy to join us next week at 5:30. No, don't do it today. He's not in the race today. But yeah, we'll put him in the chat and we'll get in touch with him. You know, I'll talk to you later. I'm Phoenix.
Alright then.
Yeah. If you came in like 10 minutes ago, you'd be in here with us. But
yeah,
we just started.
Alright then. Alright, I'll see you.
Yeah, now,
peace.
we'll talk to you later, man. And thank you for, you know, we're glad to have you. See, it don't matter who you are coming in, as long as, you know, you race respectfully, follow the rules, and hopefully learn something, but that's not required. I can't make any of you learn anything, but hopefully, like I said, you want to. You know, you can invite your friends or whatnot.
Yeah, I got one guy who might be interested in racing here.
Yeah.
And I know he's a good, clean racer, so.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to registration and numbers and stuff, I'll be doing the points, but David has all that stuff, so you just got to make sure David knows. And so he can contact them after and get all that straightened out, you know, what they're running and all that kind of stuff. Vega Twister, yes. Yep.
Klimek, where are you letting off on the racetrack?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't really have like any braking points necessarily. All I can say is when I go into the corner, I brush the brakes to kind of get the front end to set going down into the corner. But don't push it too much or else it'll sort of like get tight and understeer and push up the track. So just kind of brush it just to get a little loose on entry and then pick up the throttle about as soon as you can and drive up to the wall on exit.
Yeah, I am struggling right now.
Yeah. I feel kind of bad for Biscuit. I feel like I'm the Jackson Storm and his McQueen. Yeah, wreck off 4.
Jacob, it's not even custom. and you're spinning out. How many laps we get down? How many laps? 15. Oh, you made it 50% longer. Congratulations. I love you, Jacob. We really got to work on that.
He didn't bring out a caution. He didn't hurt anybody. At least he didn't hurt me.
I understand, but he hurt himself.
Yeah.
And so...
That was me.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah, see.
This got all jank all of a sudden.
Yeah, these are relaxed cautions, so a lot of times they're... Yes, I know.
Bring your caution out.
I'm actually okay this time, but I'm fixing to get loose.
Okay, but I think I got loose.
Too tired.
I hear you. Well,
I'm like it's clean.
I only got one lap with my adjustments, 2 clicks of tape, and a 50.3 wedge.
Oh,
but
sorry.
It felt much better in turn 1. The
You're
first
right.
lap.
You're alright.
I did not see you there.
You're alright.
I'm just trying to find.
Yep. Another tip, don't listen to your spotter, because I don't know how many times today at Bristol that I was clear, but I wasn't clear. I think they call it the D-pad, you know, left, right, back, because that mirror is like your passenger side mirror on your car. Objects are much closer than they appear. So you can't really tell if somebody's coming up on you fast, like if you haven't pitted yet and they're on fresh tires. So you can avoid some wrecks just by flashing it backwards when you get a moment on the straightaway.
Well, he's on a wheel though, that's the thing, so it's D-pad for us.
Yeah. Well, I got a D-pad on my wheel, right?
Yes,
that's
sir.
the
What wheel
that's
you got?
the G29. So it's got like a controller thing in the middle of the steering wheel. Just no joysticks.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm not a gamer, and I believe that's what they call it when my kids force me to play Xbox with them. You know, it's the left, right, up, and down thing, right? That's the D-pad?
Yes.
Yep.
Stands for direction.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yep, I felt that, man. Okay, I'm 12 laps of gas, and I got 29 and 30% on my right side tires, which is actually pretty good. And it's
I'm
not
17 and 19,
as loose
so.
as it was in practice. So this is a tight lobby for me, which is actually good because I don't have to make any adjustments because I can live with this.
Flag is in the air. Okay,
I got a
let's
good
go.
car. It's sticking to the bottom. I got 30 something power word, 38 power word.
That's good.
Good job, Jake.
Yeah, good drive.
Good run. Yep. Okay, we got 9 guys, and I think I got the pictures, so.
You got it.
That'll earn you a few stage points.
I am just trash at this game.
It takes time and laps. I put over 20,000 laps on this game before I even got online.
I pretty much play this game every day, and I still can't get any better.
Well, let's see if we can work on that. Okay, so I'm going up to 50% tape and 50.3 wedge, because even though I did good, I'm a little skeptical. So let's see what the next stage brings.
Hey, did you get the picture, Phoenix?
I did, actually.
I just want to know.
But somebody can back me up just in case, because, you know, I took a picture the other day for another league just to back the guy up, and it ended up being like in between loading kind of thing, so I got nothing.
Oh, wow. That
Happens.
sucks.
But I also have my stream. I just have to go hunt it down. Okay, restart. Stay above the yellow line until we hit turn 1. I will not slide up because I will let off early, so I make the turn.
Still there. Hold your line, got one inside.
That's alright, it was on me.
Oh, it was just you, Jacob. I could have hit you. That was a little wobble. Okay, hopefully it will be the more than 15 laps that I spent out change.
Yes.
Yes. Just so you know, the sarcasm is free. And I know Jacob pretty well.
Yeah,
So
I'd
he
say
knows.
so.
That's good.
Oop. Got tight there off. Outside. And you got it. I can't see you, but
Wow, that was your best lap
you
ever.
got it. And another thing, I'm not racing to beat you guys. I wanted to beat you last week just to show you that I can race, that I'm not like, you know, old crusty and dried up old guy kind of thing. But, Biscuit pulled it out. Didn't you beat me, or was it Sergeant beat me last week? That's right. Yeah,
was
Sergeant. Because I ran out of gas on the last lap, right? Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's me. Biscuit has seen me run out of gas on the last lap quite a few times. It's kind of a thing, me and gas saving in this game.
Yeah,
I
wasn't
actually-
it?
Yep, that's right. I also had a situation which I had twice this week, and somebody else had also, where we were at Kansas. I'll just illustrate this because it's fresh in my mind. And I'm coming off it's like I got like 6 laps of gas left, and I was gonna run it out. So I come off turn 2, and all of a sudden I go down to 3 laps of gas from 6. So instead of going to 5, it went to 3, and then I come around again and I got 4 laps. So you explain stuff like that to me.
Yeah, it's just NASCAR Heat for you.
And that's since the update, you know, a couple weeks ago. If you run custom setups, double check all your setups before you race them that you made before the update, because in most we're all finding that it's about a half a second off. Sometimes it's faster, but most of the time it's slower. And they made some kind of change to the lobbies, the tracks in the lobbies, the online lobbies that you have to adjust for to get your speed back. Outside gunner.
I don't like them changing the physics like halfway through the game's life cycle. I think they should change it.
It's not the physics that they're changing. It seems to be the draft and grip levels that are being changed, mainly the grip levels this time.
Technically the physics, right?
No, the physics is how the car handles in the grip. The grip is a separate thing. It's like whether you're driving on dirt or asphalt kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the grip is like, I go into Kansas last week, right after the update, and it's like I'm on 50% tires on the first lap. I'm like, oh, well that's different.
Yeah, well, whatever they're changing, I don't like that they're changing it, is what I'm trying to say, I suppose.
I don't like that they're changing it either, because, you know, so many of us that I run with, we put hundreds of hours into these setups as we learn, you know, more and how to adjust it to get faster, better tire wear, etc., etc. And then they go and they make a change, and it's like, all your setups are out to lunch. So it's like, you know,
yeah.
How many tracks times, say, like 50 to 100 hours each? You're like, that's time I'll never get back, because you got to go rework all of them. And that's a big pain in the ass.
You gotta come and pay for gas.
And it's also interesting because one of the hardest things to get in racing, real racing, simulator racing, anything, is grip. You know, you got a good balance, but the fucking thing just slides up in the turns. It is very hard to just add grip to a setup. You pretty much have to change everything, and probably the way you're running it too.
Yeah, I was about to say the best way to add grip to your car is to change how you're driving it.
Yeah, which means you're probably
24 coming. Oh, sorry. I was about to say 24
24
coming to pit road. Damn it.
Drop your speed,
Okay,
driver.
mistakes are allowed. And so we try to call it out. And if we're talking or something, just yell it. You know, talk over us. That's okay. Calling out, calling inside, calling, you know, whatever. Yeah. Yep. You a little loose, gunner, or tight in?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
Okay, because I had a slam on the brakes, not punch you there. I didn't expect that. I'm not talking to you. You just hold it straight, Jacob.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
I hear you, Jacob. Yeah.
Are you loose?
Actually, I'm pretty even. I'm showing a little bit loose, but I'm not acting loose yet.
Gonna have to send
I
it out
added
early.
0.3 wedge and some tape. I can add more tape.
Yeah,
I don't know if I will or I won't, because I'm showing some right front wear, which is, you know, typical.
And after that, went back down pit road and got a penalty now.
Yeah, black
I'm
flags are
official.
on.
I'm out of this
With-
race.
With relaxed cautions, black
Hey, man,
flags
don't
are on.
Quit. Do not
Yep.
quit. Don't
Yep,
quit.
stay in there. At our Bristol race earlier, I was 3 laps down, but I finished 3rd on the lead lap. So, you never know.
Yeah, but I'm not that good to make up all this time, though.
Well,
I mean, you still get
You
practice
never know.
racing
I'm
people,
behind Gunner in 5th at the moment.
learning stuff, man. Don't quit.
Yep. Laps, you can't not do the laps. Because racing laps down, like if you're racing in the league for points for a championship, quitting doesn't help.
Alright, thank you.
Bless you.
Careful. Still there.
Place to
All right, you're clear there.
A lot of stuff that y'all gonna do.
You got one to go.
My tires are still on 50%.
I'm 41 and 40% with 15 laps of gas left.
That'll earn you a few stage points.
Yeah, last lap. Stage resets.
What do you adjust your tire pressures to, if I may ask?
I didn't actually touch them because, you know, typically if I get a good balance, you know, I kind of leave them alone on a preset because I tend to do stuff. You know, say I'm happy with the balance on my truck, even though I was running 5th, and I should just be able to make it to the end, which means that I'll probably run out of gas on the last lap, and all you guys will pass me, which is typical for me. So I'll let you know. I'm good like that. Got a lot of
So
experience.
you can run 50 tape here, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Just making sure I won't blow up.
Man, I'm at 55.
I forgot to add tape, but that's okay. I'm okay. Okay.
Starter has the green flag in his hand. Be
Yep.
ready.
Remember, stay above the yellow.
Looking inside
Till
now.
1.
You got room. You're clear there.
I hear you. I think a lot of us like the bottom than the top on a restart in most tracks. A few, it's advantageous to be on the outside, like maybe Kansas or one of the big fast tracks.
Oh, that number 2. I like it a little bit.
Yep. See, when I'm going down on the inside like this, I'm looking up to see who's outside of me, and I'm slowing up because I'm entering turn 1 at a bad angle, so I don't slide up in front of anybody who's coming by me. So.
Got a car coming inside now.
It feels okay. Gotta get some laps on this. Yeah, I think I'm a little tight this time.
I had a major pedal malfunction, so I have to hold my pedals with my left hand right now just to keep from not falling down.
Oh, damn. Been
Yeah,
there.
and I'm still in the lead though. Oh, come
Cool.
on, man.
Gorilla Glue.
Yes, sir. I need to hard mount these suckers because I have them like upright. I don't have them laying flat. I have them upright.
Check outside.
Yes, Katie
Put
did
it.
it. I'm losing.
Oh my god.
Get in the bag.
I'm still
You
hitting
take
threes
clothes,
though,
right?
but
You're in that. Protect everything.
Well,
Everything's
do your
ready.
best, man. You're real fast.
I'm gonna
Wait,
have to hold this for the
there
whole
might
rest
be
of the
like a
race though,
razor
unless there's a good caution that I can
column
fix it
there.
on.
We got like 29, 28, 27 laps, so
Ah, this hurts my back though. Son of a
I hear you.
bitch.
Been through it. First set of pedals were plastic on the bottom. They were all plastic. I put them down, started my first race in one of those NASCAR racing games. I hit the gas. I think by turn 1, they slid out the back end of the table I was on. I'm like, oh
I'm
shit.
racing. That's what I do after.
So I was up against the wall. What I did is I took a couple of 2x4s and I cut them down and I put them buttered up against them so I could push on them as hard as I want and they wouldn't move.
Nice.
Can you turn the light off? Can someone come and turn the light off? It's hurting my eyes.
This is almost like real life whenever somebody has like a mechanical failure, except it's a NASCAR Heat for me.
Like your shifter knob fell off or something.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God I'm good with driving with one hand. I got my force feedback all the way up, but I've been working out so I can handle it.
Gotcha. Well, I don't know what wheel you're using, but I had my force feedback all the way up on my G27, and it started to burn the motor out, so I backed it down to 70-80%. And that's what I'm at with the G29, and it seems to like it better.
Yeah, mine definitely gets a little hot after long races, but I usually just sort of let it do that because I can always afford to get a new one, you know? I'd rather get the use out of it because I like a heavy wheel.
Oh, no. If that works for you, you know, what you're racing and your budget, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes it's not the best for everybody, you know, kind of thing.
No, I gotcha.
Because
Whatever
when you get heat, a lot of heat, that's wear. You know, the grease in the electric motors is literally evaporating at a faster rate, and eventually it'll just seize and you lose it altogether, and you need a new wheel. Or you can just dig in there and buy the kit to fix it and put new electric motors in, but nobody does that.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's screwdrivers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just, you know, I have you know, people around me that like, which end of the screwdriver do I use? It's like, okay.